guess we haven't really done an intro.
We said that last time too.
Yeah. No, that's not true.
Yes, we did.
No. We have done an intro, I think, when it was the episode where it was just you and me for episode 3. I don't know. This is the intro.
We'll figure it out.
I'm just going to splice the music into it.
Listen, man, if we figure it out, we figure it out. If we don't, we got one more.
Yeah, I was going to say, we have one more for the miniseries and then fuck it.
I feel like it would betray ourselves to do a proper intro at this point.
It would just be weird and jarring. You know what?
Welcome.
Next episode, we'll do one where it's just for that one episode, and then we'll fuck off and disappear for 6 months again. Or
we finally
long.
figured it out. We finally figured out the intro.
All right, see ya.
Oh, buddy, we're back. It's been a little under a month since we recorded.
It's only been like 2 weeks.
Has it?
Yeah, maybe 3. I don't know.
That's okay. I would classify it a little under a month if it's been 3.
It feels like 2 weeks to me.
Fair. You came in clutch on that last episode and
saved your ass?
Saved my ass because that was my episode to record or to edit. And my computer just about shit the bed as I was finishing up editing. Well, I say finishing up. I had like an hour left in the episode.
Yep.
And fucking came in clutch, man. So I appreciate that.
Did you ever figure out why your computer was getting all fucked up?
No.
Okay.
It still do it occasionally. I have no idea. It's only since I moved into the new office that it's been doing this.
Interesting.
Yep.
Well, save often.
I do. I have started religiously doing backups, so we're good.
Here we are.
Here we are indeed, John. We are here
without a guest, unfortunately.
Without a guest. I know we made grand promises at the end of last episode.
Blame a migraine.
Those daggum migraines.
They'll get you.
Never had one.
Oh, you're lucky.
I know. I know. Lots of people in my life are frequent migraine havers, and I have the utmost empathy, or is it sympathy? Sympathy.
Yeah.
I don't know what it feels like, but I have a lot of sympathy for them because it does not sound fun.
No, the worst ones are when you open your eyes and you just feel like someone just takes an ice pick and just fucking runs it right into your temple.
We could do that here.
No, I don't have an ice pick here.
We got a knife. We could do a knife.
That's a lot bigger than an ice pick.
Okay, all right. Well, next time I'll bring an ice pick.
Okay.
We'll flip a coin. Who does the murder?
Do we
who does
know
the
anyone
suicide?
that has an ice pick?
I have an ice pick at home.
Okay. Fucking weirdo.
It was just in a box of kitchen things that I got from my grandmother when she passed. So there's a lot of random shit in there.
Sure. Okay.
I got about 12 corn on the cob forks, if you ever need those.
The corns for corn on the cob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're actually pretty handy.
Maybe if you're a little bitch.
I'm just saying. They're pretty handy.
Yeah, just eat corn on the cob like a normal person.
Listen, if you don't want to get butter on your hand, because we're dunking in butter, right? When there's going to be a lot
Brother,
of butter
it's swimming in butter.
Yeah, okay. So we're agreed there. But just to have a little something to hang on to, it's nice.
Yeah, but we invented washing hands.
I know. I don't want to go through a pound of napkins, though.
You're not. Who's going through a pound of napkins to wash?
You haven't seen the way I eat corn on the cob.
You have a dish towel, maybe 2.
You carry
fine.
a dish towel to the table with you?
No,
what kind
but
of
it's right
palace do you live in? I didn't know I was talking with the king over here.
I mean, you can see this is very clearly not a palace.
Oh, it's nicer in my place.
Yeah, well, I spent more money on this place than you spent on yours.
True. You bought it a worse time than I did.
Yeah. I was going to say I have a better interest rate, but I think you've refinanced during COVID, so.
No, I think I just had a better interest rate.
Oh.
Anyways, it's not an interest rate measuring contest.
Nah.
We are here to talk about Dune. But before we do that, John, how in the world are you? How have you been in this last 2/maybe 3 weeks since we last recorded?
I've been all right.
compelling stuff there, John.
No, it's good.
I asked you that question because I wanted to take a drink and just to give you a little bit of time to vamp.
Well, I can just cut out a bit of silence and then it's completely fine. And we don't have to have this really awkward where you put me on the spot where I have to think, okay, how much do I want to be vulnerable here with how I've been feeling and what I've been dealing with? So I've been all right.
Okay, fair enough. My drink, I took a drink, so we're good now.
Yeah.
I've been good too. Thanks for asking.
What could have been 2 clicks with the mouse and then shift and delete is now an awkward segment on this podcast.
Don't give away all of our editing secrets about how we cut and shift and delete. Come on now. For everyone else, like for all they know, this is just straight live, man.
No,
there's no edits at all.
It is very obviously not straight live across the fucking 300 and something episodes that we have. Now I just made sure
a pause. I made sure to get a pause in there so you have something to edit.
Oh, you hitting your vape will definitely be edited out, but this conversation will not.
Perfect. Oh, okay. We're here. We're talking about Dune. We are episode 2 of the Dune miniseries, the Children of Dune miniseries.
Frank Herbert's Children of Dune.
Frank Herbert's Children of Dune, released in 2003.
Yep, on the SciFi Channel.
The SciFi miniseries, Frank Herbert's Children of Dune, released in 2003.
How many times are we going to say this?
Until we get it all right.
Okay.
Nope, that's enough. So, spoilers. I think we've been doing this kind of up top. I enjoyed this one. This was a pretty good one.
Children of Dune is I don't know if it's the best one.
Well, I'm just saying, like, this episode in particular. Like, this was a good episode.
Yeah.
I mean, longtime viewers of the show will know that I'm an easy person to please when it comes to media. I get giddy whenever I watch TV. So I'm like, yeah, finding something that I don't like is pretty hard. Not impossible.
Sure.
But it has to be like objectively bad before I'm like, okay, that probably wasn't the best. Even so, I thought this was a very, very good episode of television first, but also a good, I don't know, encapsulation of what happens at the beginning of Children.
It's amazing how they're able to just like kind of capture children into a TV show that's compelling. And, we'll get into it here in a little bit, but like they definitely have to do some manipulation of the story to make it better and more believable, I think. But
yeah,
all in all, it's pretty good. There's no Bajazz though.
There's no Bajazz.
My boy.
A damn shame.
There's still plenty of horrible faces throughout this miniseries.
And a lot of, it's in this episode in particular, a lot of like new side characters that we just get introduced to on the fly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like Javid just kind of being like, oh, here he is.
I don't even think we know his name by the time he's having sex with Alia.
Nope, I don't think so.
He's just that guy. Like in my notes, he's like that guy who's around.
Well, let's get into Javid having sex with Alia, but we have to set up some background first. Yeah, of course.
This episode is called The Children, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
No, just The Children.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. The Children. And unlike the first episode, no cold open for this one. We don't get really anything. It just goes straight into a title sequence and a different title sequence even.
Yep. And then we do have a little bit of, the exposition and everything just kind of catching us up from where we left off with Messiah. Do you happen to know the airing schedule of these parts?
Well, John, through the magic of editing, yes, I do know them immediately offhand.
Immediately. All right, cool. Wait, Zach, I thought you said that this episode wasn't edited.
Listen, you said that you were going to edit it, so I'm taking these liberties. So the first episode of Children of Dune was aired on Sunday, March 16th, 2003. The second episode, the one we're talking about today, Monday, March 17th, 2003.
Oh,
A week later. 5 days later.
wait. You said March 16th and March 17th. Hang
on. Damn. Okay, you're right. Sorry. Forgive me my terrible math. I forgot what days were for a second.
A mentat you're not.
Listen, man. I have kind of dipped in. This is a little personal. I've dipped into ultimate relaxation over the past week. I've not worked. I forget what day it is, John. Had you not told me that we were recording today, I would not know that it's a Sunday. Spoilers, it's a Sunday when we record these.
You can't ruin the magic.
Okay, so this was a 3-day event then.
God damn.
Yes, Sunday, March 16th, Monday, March 17th, and then Tuesday, March 18th.
That's crazy that it's a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday airing schedule.
That shit would never happen these days.
Absolutely not.
There'd be 8 months in between these episodes if it was a Netflix production or whatever.
No, Netflix would just drop it all at once. And
Yeah, they plan it for 8 months and then they drop it after the first episode.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, we get some exposition catching us up since the end of Messiah. Muad'Dib is gone. His children remain, almost grown now, and about to face the consequences of their father's legacy.
Okay. So we've clearly flash forwarded a couple of years.
More than a couple. So in the book, the children are 9.
Right.
James McAvoy
Jimmy Mack
and Jessica Brooks are not 9 years old in this. I think they're represented to be more about 15, 16 or so.
Yeah, I just said late teens.
Yeah.
In mine. Jimmy Mack and Jay Brooks are definitely not 9 years old. And look how dapper he's looking in his linen shirt, by the way.
Yeah, he's looking great. He looks like he's about 15 or 16, even though he's probably like in his early 20s at this point. But
right.
He's always had baby face.
Even now, he looks younger than he is. I will say from this beginning episode or this beginning scene, we see this I guess a moth or some butterfly-esque thing.
Yep.
Kind of emerging from a chrysalis in front of him. The CGI already looks better in this second episode than it did the first one. It's not perfect by any stretch.
Do you mean to tell me that the first episode didn't have spectacular CGI?
I think that the first episode was more of a pilot episode. I mean, it was a pilot episode, but more of a, hey, we have to secure funding for the next one. And they are clearly backloading the CG budget on this. Because it's already looking better. It looks so much better already.
Well, yeah, we get Leto hanging out with this butterfly for a moment, and then we get some weird, like, super speed mind warping across deserts.
Yeah, he fast travels across the desert.
Yep. And then we're just hanging out shirtless in a cave with our dad.
Oh.
That's what everyone does, right?
If I had a nickel, John, for every time I've hung out shirtless in a cave with my father, maybe once. Maybe once. I don't think this has ever happened.
No.
Not a normal occasion or occurrence. One thing I want to point out right here. This is the first time that we get a good close-up look of a couple of people in this episode. Mm-hmm. They've changed the eyes again.
Kind of. They're still the same CG eyes of Ibad.
You think these were CG?
Yes, I know they're CG because Dune Info told us that they were CG.
In this episode.
If you got onto Blue Sky, you would know.
I don't believe in social media, John. You know this.
Our good friend Dune Info,
yes, I agree with that.
Who we know knows way more about this miniseries than we ever will.
But they changed it to be just the irises.
They were just the irises before. In the last episode.
These look a lot better in this episode. I've noticed them. They're a lot more consistent in this episode.
Well, because the lighting is just like straight on James McAvoy's face in this.
I don't think these are the same UV though in this one.
It's not UV.
Or the content. I don't know. Whatever. These are different because They don't cover the whites of the eyes. It is just the
Because they went in with CG and only did the irises.
Okay, so
These are not the cheap, shitty contacts they used in Dune. They had a budget for this one, Zach.
okay. They're different. They look better. That's what I was getting at.
I think they look the same just because these were not shot separately. And then
At no point in this episode did I notice that half of the eye was not blue like they did in the last episodes. So therefore it looks better.
well, yeah, when you have one person to do it for right then and there. Anyways,
What stance are you even trying to take on this?
I'm saying that it's the same.
Like you're arguing, you're saying that I'm wrong about something, but I don't know what you're saying that I'm wrong about.
I think, does it look better than Dune? Yes, but it doesn't look any different than Messiah.
Oh, disagree. I think it looks better than Messiah.
Okay, well, agree to disagree.
Because we still have the clipping in Messiah.
In certain cases, I mean, you have the clipping in this too later on.
I didn't see it.
In the scene where Jessica is
Hey,
standing.
spoilers. We'll get there.
Oh my God. We already talked about Alia having sex. I can't talk about Jessica defying the Quizrat. Quizrat, however the hell you pronounce it. I don't know. That's one of those.
Only read words, never heard.
Quizrate? I don't know. Fucking don't at me.
Quiz rate? Is that a BBC game show? Quiz rate?
Probably. James Acaster's on it for sure.
Of course, yeah. Okay, anyways. Paul and or should I say Paul or should I say the preacher? It's Paul in this.
It's Paul.
Yeah. He doesn't have
Spoilers, the preacher is Paul. So we're just going to fucking call him Paul throughout all this.
They talk about the golden path. They say how dangerous it is.
How much of a bitch Paul was that he couldn't do it. So now it's got to be his son's responsibility.
I got a lot of things to say about that later.
All right, well.
Ganima is here.
Ganima?
They say Ganima in this one.
They say Ganima.
I'm pretty sure they say it maybe a couple of different
pull
ways.
it up on the TV right now.
Oh my God, we're going to fight.
You say Aliyah and Ganima, which are both wrong. Fuck you.
Okay, can we agree? Can we find a middle ground here? Because I will mispronounce things. I have Ghani in my notes.
Yeah, I have Ghani in my notes too because
I didn't want to type it out.
Yeah, even though it's just literally MA.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Ghani.
Gandhi.
Gandhi's here.
Oh no.
You mentioned Jessica Brooks.
Yes.
Is the actress here? I don't believe that she's done a whole lot of stuff since this.
She's done a little bit. I looked at her IMDb. Not a lot of like well-reviewed things.
I remember it being like
years
years and years between things.
Her career trajectory and James McAvoy's career trajectory after doing this vary wildly.
Yes.
Funny enough, though, James McAvoy was in Band of Brothers before this.
Wait, hang on. Say that again? I understand it, but I want you to elaborate.
Oh, just talking about like career trajectory things.
Uh-huh.
James McAvoy was in Band of Brothers before this.
Band of Brothers was filmed before this?
I think so. I think Band of Brothers was like 2001. Was it not? Yeah, 2001. Because it was done like right around the time they did Saving Private Ryan too, because Tom Hanks is like his production company did Band of Brothers.
Okay, this is wild to me because that show is such a like beautiful show.
Yeah.
Okay, well, and beautiful in the way that like it is like so fucking well done.
It's pretty timeless.
Yes, I would have. Yeah, I mean, I know that it's a 2000 show. I would have put it at the late 2000s.
The moment that I said that he was in Band of Brothers before this, my brain was like, dumbass, that came out in like 2005, 2006. But then it's like, no, it didn't, because like Tom Hanks was talking about how like they were thinking about doing Band of Brothers while they were filming Saving Private Ryan and everything too.
Wild.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Okay. So they Band of Brothers had probably a substantially larger budget than Children of Dune.
No.
No, I would have put
HBO has a larger budget to work with than the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah.
Say it ain't so.
Sorry to burst your bubble, man, but yeah, that's the truth. Okay, crazy.
When did we say Rome came out?
2005.
Okay. So that was after all of this. So
Yeah, and Rome's budget is about the same, or at least the way that it feels and looks, I'd say is better, but still in the same ballpark as this Dune.
This is like AA ball. Rome is like,
for our non-American listeners, that's a baseball term.
yeah. This Rome is at least like AAA, maybe like the White Sox.
Wow, just way to shit on the White Sox.
I mean,
John's on a high horse right now because the Braves are doing very well.
yeah. Well, yeah, we're doing very well. We're in a small slip right now, but anyways, back to Dune.
A quote that I wrote down was, "The water has driven them," talking about the worms, "away." So people are very concerned about the lack of worms, which comes up later in the episode.
I'm concerned about the lack of worms too.
Yeah, I mean, as everyone should be.
Yeah. Call your local worm department if you're concerned about the lack of worms.
So I just have L2 in my notes. It's pretty much what I wrote for Leto. I didn't want to write Leto 2, 2 every single time.
I just said Leto.
Well, I mean, Leto gets brought up later. Leto the First gets brought up.
Yeah,
later.
I specifically say Leto the First for that one.
So L2 tells Ghani about his vision, and he gives some good foreshadowing here.
He does, because, well, we get our first "my skin was not my own." Mm-hmm. Love that.
Yep.
And then he mentions that he's just running across the desert to Jacurutu.
Yes. Which is a fun word to drop on you in the first 5 minutes of the episode.
Yeah. It's just like, huh? Surely they'll explain this.
They will later.
Yeah, they do. They actually,
Good for
this
them.
is one of the instances where they don't just drop something from the book and then they're just yeah, we expect you to know this.
Yep.
Leto tells Ghani that he's had visions of their father, but Ghanima is concerned that they, being the twins, may, fall into the same fate as their aunt, Alia, in that they may become abominations. Ghani asks Leto to tell Jessica all of this so they can understand her better before Jessica learns to understand the twins.
Yep. So,
Which I think is very interesting that they need to talk to Jessica to understand her when they have their ancestral memories.
but I think they explained that in the sentence before. They are purposely not dipping into that stuff.
They do. It's just, I think it is funny that it's just you could, but also
we've also seen how our aunt's fucking nuts. So.
Kind of fucking crazy.
No, they're already demonstrating that they are smarter. They came out of the pre-birth with the same knowledge that Alia had, but is taking this in a much, much more responsible way.
They're not being fucking weird about it, and then in the middle of someone giving birth being like, oh yeah, I remember this thing that your ancestors did tens of thousands of years ago.
Exactly.
And then just walking off. Alia's fucking weird, man. I love her.
Yeah.
She's so fucking weird.
I went through a real roller coaster of emotions with her in this episode.
I think that's by design.
Yeah, I know. But it's I can't tell if she's a villain just because she's a prick or a villain because she was dealt a really shitty hand.
I think she's a villain because she was dealt a really shitty hand.
Yeah.
And she was just afraid to talk to anyone about it.
Yep. Okay.
Who the fuck? We'll get to it.
When Jessica gets on the scene in a little bit, we'll unpack that a lot more.
Men will do anything to not go to therapy. Alia will also do anything to not go to therapy.
Apparently so. Yeah.
Anyways,
Surprise, Urlon's here.
Irulan is here. We get a group of ornithopters on the horizon, and they've come for the children. Irulan,
Interesting yoke design in this ornithopter.
yeah. Well, let me finish talking about Irulan real quick.
Okay.
Notably, significantly less scowl like appearing.
Yeah.
In this version of Dune, or of Children of Dune, and that's because she actually gives a shit about these twins.
Right. I think a number of times in my notes I have like, oh, their relationship's better.
Yeah.
You know, talking either between her and the kids or her and Jessica or whatever. Just, yeah, she doesn't seem to be like the outcast that she left off the last episode in.
Yeah. That being said, you know, she's not constantly around the men that she's married to that just completely ignores her and like doesn't give a shit about her even though she loves him, yada yada yada. But yes, weird yoke design. It seems as a non learning to fly,
It looks very uncomfortable.
person, it seems very tight together in the middle.
Yeah.
Almost like they just took the like silhouette of a butterfly and said, that's good enough.
Pretty much. Yeah. So Paul gets, so they're flying. Paul gets,
Paul.
oh my God. Leto, L2, notices some worm sign off in the distance, and he starts pulling some high G maneuvers on them. Just whipping that ornithopter around. I guess they can handle it. It's not really I mean, the ornithopters seem pretty aerodynamic,
Sure.
at least as far as like the wings are concerned. Erlon makes a comment like, maybe you should fly at a higher altitude, as they're just getting fucking bumped around in this. And I wanted to say that the turbulence that they're experiencing right there is not really very realistic.
Okay.
So turbulence is normally found in mountains, jet streams, and or storms / updrafts of things, which they're not in a storm.
Okay.
They're not around mountains.
Okay.
Jet streams are very unlikely at that low altitude.
But we know that the dunes on Arrakis are very tall.
Okay, so could be. They could be experiencing some updrafts from that. But
Especially with the heat and the...
Well, yeah, I was about to get there. If heat's going to cause turbulence, at least in my experience, it's going to be caused from uneven heating of the ground.
well,
So some air is being heated up at different rates as others, and so that's what causes the air to move different, which is where at different speeds going up, which is where you experience that turbulence. Presumably, Arrakis is hot as fuck still, even though it's being slowly terraformed. Mm-hmm. They're still over the dunes. So the temperature is going to be relatively consistent in this desert. You wouldn't have uneven heating pockets of air. So Irulan starts saying the litany.
Yep.
And Ghani says this pass through her joke. Very funny.
I just love that the entire time Leto and Ghani are just absolutely taking the piss.
I laughed. It was a very good joke. Triple worm.
3 worm moon.
Oh my! I want that on a T-shirt so bad. A 3 worm moon. Sorry, 3 worm 2 moon.
True.
That would be perfect. That would be such a good shirt. I think I could probably make that on the new machine.
Maybe. Zach recently got a what is it? A cricket machine?
A cricket machine, yes, because I am a million years old. I like building model airplanes, and I needed something to cut out the vinyl stickers because I wanted to design my own for them.
And you can't paint for shit.
I cannot paint for shit. That's correct. So I could probably make that. John, this is not just a triple worm.
Go on.
We get a quadruple worm.
Okay, is it a quadruple worm, or because one of the worms goes down into the sand And then
I thought it was the three were still up in the air, and then a fourth comes from up. I could be wrong there. Trust me, I will let you be contrarian here because I was focusing on typing because you know me, I can't touch type. I have to look down sometimes to type.
Little fucking bitch.
Never learned.
Never did Mavis Beacon teach us typing in computer class in 3rd grade?
We didn't have we had computer classes, but nope, never did it.
No. What'd you do? Just play fucking putt-putt, travels through time or whatever?
Some math game. I don't know.
Math blasters. Let's go, buddy.
So, yeah. Yeah. No, I never learned how to
Shout out putt-putt. Shout out math blasters. Shout out Freddy Fish. Shout out Pajama Sam.
So, regardless of whether it's a 3rd worm or a 4th worm, it jumps out of the stand and it's coming up. I still love the worm design, by the way.
Yeah.
It still looks so fucking cool.
It just rockets straight up and like almost swallows the ornithopter, and then
I mean they're like in the gullet
Yeah.
of this thing, and then Leto pulls the dramatic escape lever, and flies out at the very last second.
As the maw is closing around them and everything.
Like what purpose does that lever hold other than to just lets you escape?
Dramatic escape.
I thought it was a real like Spaceballs button that they pressed. And then they say the prayer. They say the bless the maker and his water and his coming and going of him and yada yada yada. They just seem so much more in tune with the world as anyone else in their family.
Maybe not Chani.
Any currently living members of their family.
Okay, well, definitely. Alia doesn't give a shit. She's got her own problems. But we'll get to those in a second because we have to do triumphant music fly over Arakeen.
That's right. We get a Star Trek style fly over the city.
Get to do it again. We see that the city's gotten even bigger than last time.
It's more ornate now. They at least show a lot more of like the new spires that have been built. Because I mean, it went through some shit in the last couple episodes. The city did.
There was a whole stone burner that just exploded in the middle of the city. So
could not see evidence of that. Anyways, no massive crater.
We will rebuild.
Yes.
Never forget.
Do you think the CG budget was spent here on this flyover?
I'm trying to think of other moments of CG.
We get some tigers later that are...
We do get the Laza tigers later.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
Yeah. I think a lot of the budget went to the Laza tigers.
True. And
the worm on second salsa.
Yeah, and I was gonna say just like sets too. Gosh, there's so many sets in this episode, and they're like very well decorated and ornate sets.
Yes.
So a lot of the budget probably went to just physical production, which is cool. Which good on them.
Though we didn't get someone just hoisted up on a fucking rope and pulley this episode where we can see the rope and pulley in the background and the roof of the, warehouse or whatever that this was filmed in. So
that is true.
Anyways, Triumph is over.
Did you, before we move too far away from this, did you notice, it's probably the last shot of the flyover. There's like a town square with a bunch of people walking around in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was in the last one.
Yeah, but did you notice that they still have the same shitty walking mechanics?
Oh yeah, of course.
It's like their people are taking steps, but they're not moving at all.
Reminds me of like
very slowly.
It reminds me of like when you go on like a shitty, carnival ride or whatever through a like haunted house kind of thing, and they're just like figures that are on sticks that are like moving their arms and legs.
They did not care about the minutia of the CG, just that we got the sweeping shots.
I care about it.
And
that's why I have a podcast to talk about it.
And we notice it.
Thank you for noticing me. We notice Alia just on the floor.
That was the exact segue I was about to say too.
Yeah, fucking tweaking out.
Not doing so hot. Looking great. Not doing so hot.
And her husband goes up and is like, hey, you got a spice problem.
I guess Gone Forever is the name Hate
Hate to see it.
Boo. Okay, that was pretty good. Yes, Hate, a.k.a. Duncan, tries to comfort her a little bit.
By saying, bitch, you take too much spice.
Hey, listen, sometimes tough love is still love, John. She's worried. She's worried why she cannot see the future like her niece and nephew, or her father could. Brother, excuse me, or her brother.
Well, spoilers. You can't really see other prescient people in the future.
Explain.
Well, there's the whole thing where how, like, Paul couldn't see Casimir Fenring and how the guild used Edric to, like, guise off the assassination plot or whatever.
Was Ollie in this scene worried that she couldn't actually see Paul, or that she couldn't see like Paul sees?
She couldn't see like Paul because she doesn't. I think she believes that Paul's dead.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I think she. I think she knows who the preacher is because she makes mention of that later. But no, I think what she is worried about is that she can't see what the children are going to be up to.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because we quickly learn shortly after this that the children are about 6 months away from taking over as rulers of Muad'Dib's empire.
Right.
So she's like on a clock to stop that from happening because guess what? She's become a little power drunk.
Yep. So, for sure. I interpreted this as like she's jealous of them. She's jealous of them that they are better with this gift than she is, even though they were born of basically the same circumstances. Or maybe that's the wrong way to say it. The same gift, if you want to call it a gift.
Gift and or curse.
Right. That they're just better at it than she is. So I sense jealousy.
I think it's jealousy, but it's also not wanting to let go of power that she knows is running out. For sure.
Column A, column B.
Yep.
She definitely does not want her mother there.
Fuck no.
So this is the part where we're kind of getting into is she evil just because she was dealt a bad hand? And this is kind of getting into that because, Jessica just up and fucking left her there. Gave her, basically brought her into brought her into this world with, in her case, a terrible curse, and did little to nothing to try and help her grow into it and not become or not to slip into the psychosis that she is slipping into.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good mothering, Jessica.
Well, I hate to shit on Jessica, but she wasn't a good mother in the first place anyways with her first kid, so it kind of tracks that she would be a shitty mother to her second one.
Yeah. Yeah. At least with the first kid, there were a lot of external circumstances that you could, point to be like, yeah, there was a tough environment she was being raised in. With Alia,
were they external circumstances, or were they just shitty decisions that she made as a parent that she then took advantage of her child with?
I don't think the move to Arrakis and all the stuff that happened to them is her fault.
It's her order's fault.
But it's not her. She was already clearly defiant of the order.
Sure.
At that point.
Yeah. I don't know. She didn't have to lean into the whole Missionaria Productiva thing, and yet she still did. So
she is for sure not without fault.
Yeah. Jessica's a shitty mom regardless. And we'll learn that she tries to make amends as a better grandmother.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
doesn't do shit for Alia though.
First thing we have to do is actually get reintroduced to Jessica.
Yes.
And how better to do that than to have a fucking highliner shot again?
Oh, they're so dope. They're still so good. It feels like there's more detail in this one.
Yeah. It's a weird perspective because this is the first one that we've been like. Actually, no, this isn't the first time that we've been on this glass bridge because that was in the very first episode where after Paul has the nerve induction box thing, Jessica's talking to Geisel and Moheim, and they're walking through a much longer version of this glass hallway.
A much longer version, and one where you can actually see the walls.
Yeah.
This one looks like a very non-OSHA approved catwalk across a massive like chasm within the ship. It's very Star Wars-esque.
Yep.
You know how like there's never railings on catwalks in Star Wars?
Yep.
It looks like that.
Yep. We get reintroduced not only to Jessica, but to Gurney Halleck.
Yes, same actors.
Yep. Well, as the last episode.
The last episode, yeah, not for the first miniseries.
Same for Gurney, G.H.
yeah.
Moriarty.
I still love him. He's a good Gurney.
Yeah, he's a great Gurney.
His eye's a little fucked up in this one, isn't it?
It was fucked up in the last one, too.
Was it? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't notice it in the last. He just had a little screen time in the last one.
They had that one very brief thing where Jessica's like, I need to go to Arrakis. And Gurney's like, you don't.
Maybe don't. Yeah. Maybe you wait till they ask you to go there.
Yeah.
Although, if she'd have gone there, would her relationship with Alia have been better? If she was more present in her life.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so she should have gone. Gurney, you fucked up.
Fucking, anyways, we learned that Gurney has learned from Stilgar that there are rumors of assassination plots even among the Fremen.
Mm-hmm.
Danger.
Yes.
Danger, Will Robinson. Cut to nighttime, and we see two cloaked figures rush to climb a cliff. There's the roar of Laza tigers in the background.
Yeah, love these.
Just as we see these two figures step into a clearing, they get absolutely pounced on and fucked up by these tigers.
And the camera does not cut away.
No, it does not.
As the tigers just devour the bodies.
Hell yeah.
It's not gruesome. It's not gory or anything. It's definitely in the foreground.
Yeah.
Or sorry, the background of the shot. But it's still like, yep, they're definitely eating these people alive.
We do cut the camera away to someone else that we have not seen before. A man in like a really shoddily done up turban.
Yeah.
It literally looks like they just said, hold still real quick. And they just like wrapped some cloth around this guy's head.
Do we get a name for him later?
We get a name for him later. So he's going to remain nameless for now.
Okay.
But we do see him push a button on a very early 2000s, control device.
Sure.
Where it's just a egg-shaped silver orb with a button on it.
Right. I have ceiling fans whose remotes kind of look like this.
Do you know what he's doing?
He's like calibrating some kind of tracker.
Would you like to know more?
Yes.
So Laza tigers are genetically edited descendants of older tigers, used as a training tool on Seleucus Secundus, which, in case you couldn't tell, is where we are based on the purple sky. All Laza tigers were implanted with a control device at birth, allowing them to be controlled by a remote operator, which is this silver egg. And they are all extremely adaptable to harsh environments and could survive on Arrakis.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Thank you.
And this is all part of a plot by Wencesia Carino, who this is when
course it
she
is.
should have been introduced.
Yes.
Instead of last episode. But, Charlie and I and you all had our grievances about that episode.
I think as far as this miniseries is concerned, I think they introduced her at a fine time.
Look, when you pay for Susan Sarandon,
Sure.
you get Susan Sarandon.
But also, if you were to introduce her right now in accordance with the book, you would have to have gone through at least 10, 15 minutes worth of backstory.
Would have also had to deal with Faradin's introduction and him being not... I mean, we get a little bit of Faradin here in a moment, but...
And so I understand them, like, given the context of this episode, I understand them introducing them early in the last episode.
Sure.
I don't think it was a bad decision. Yes, it was against the books, but I don't think it was a bad decision.
I do, just because it really takes away Irulan's agency and the assassination plot. which is
of the first step or of the previous
Messiah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. No, I can agree
She's
with
a
that.
very important part of that, and they just take it away from her character.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
And it almost like weakens her redemption arc in Children, because
But if you're doing a TV show, like all of these decisions, while they're like what you're saying is correct, you would have to explain this to people,
sure.
and that's time.
Sure. Yeah, it's easier to just say this is the evil Carino sister with
Right.
Winsissia. But yeah, Winsisia's plot to exact revenge on the twins for all of House Carino is underway now with the Laza tigers, and we learned that the robes are what the tigers are tracking here. We learned more about the Carino allies on Arrakis engaging in civil unrest, which is causing Alia's power to slip. And Winsissia won't be satisfied until all Atreides are dead.
Classic evil person stuff.
Yep. We also then cut to the worm that was captured in Dune Messiah. Well, I guess Frank Herbert's Children of Dune, the Messiah.
Yeah, episode 1 of this.
Sure.
Yeah, still on. So it survived. Apparently.
Yep, it survived the trip. It's on Seleucus Secundus. The guild managed to move it. And
Crazy.
It's just pacing back and forth. And Farad'n laments that it reminds him of the great cats in zoos of ancient times that would just pace themselves to death.
Yeah.
Back and forth. And it also reminds him of his mother and her feudal schemes.
What an interesting analogy there, buddy.
Farad'n, once again, we are reminded, does not desire the power that came from his family before.
And you can, so I think, yeah, when we were talking with Charlie on last episode, dropped a little bit of a nugget that he, after this whole thing blows over, he becomes, or he changes his name, starts being known as Hark al-Hada. I think that's how you pronounce it. I could be pronouncing it wrong, but it's he's basically like a scribe / poet for Paul's empire.
Yep.
And you can absolutely see that start to come through here.
I think if there's one quote unquote good person, it's probably Farad'n.
At least I've what we know of him now, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. That'll maintain.
Yeah. He's a good egg. Anyways, yeah.
Side note, finished Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Pretty fucking good.
It's pretty fucking
good.
good. Dunkin' egg, baby.
Yeah. It's a good egg.
Egg.
Back to Dune.
Yes, we have left Seleucus Secundus for now. Alia tries to scold Leto and Ghanima for their antics in the desert and everything, and reminds the children that it's in their best, or it's in her best interest to tone down the preborn bullshit.
I said, yeah, she's basically telling them to keep the weird shit to themselves.
Out of fear that Jessica is acting solely on behalf of the Bene Gesserit.
Right.
And the twins just back and forth are like, surely one can distinguish between preborn and being possessed. And then for Alia says, for some that's a distinction without difference, and for us that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Alia goes on to tell the children that if Jessica wasn't quote unquote that complex, Paul would have never have been born, and none of this would have happened. Enemies often appear as angels.
Yep. And then I love this little line that they give. It says, we're going to lose her. Then Leto goes, we already have.
Yeah, because right before that, and throughout all of this conversation, we're getting flashes of other voices in Alia's head.
Yes.
Most notably of one Baron Vladimir Harkonnen.
More to come on that.
Ghanima and Irulan are standing beside each other having a conversation about the relationship dynamic between Irulan and Jessica. Irulan is very upfront with Ghanima and just says, look, it was an unsettled relationship. There's things that still need to be said. And all Irulan wants is that Jessica gives her the respect that she's due.
Which is an interesting take
after all this time.
Yeah, which is an interesting thing to say, given how we, the viewers, left off. You know, I mean, however long it's been, so the 15 or so years from episode 1 to this episode.
9 in the books, 15-ish to the, yeah. But still, it's a long enough time that it's like, okay, what the fuck, dude?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, like, it's clearly there's been some work done from Irulan and Jessica's side to repair this relationship.
Yeah.
Because they're not up each other's throats like you would imagine they would be.
Suddenly your in-law becomes way more bearable once their kid dies.
Well, yeah.
Quote unquote dies.
Also, like, once you realize how absolutely insane the sibling is, you have a common enemy. So
real and true.
Ollie's looking nervous as hell during this, I guess, formal greeting that we've kind of stepped into.
Yep.
Stilgar's looking old as fuck in this one.
He's pretty tired.
Yeah. Now, I know this is the same actor as the last episode.
Correct.
Something that I either didn't notice or it's been turned up in this episode is this actor's like royal pronunciation English that he talks in. It seems a lot more highbrow than we've ever gotten.
Well, Stilgar's been in court now for
a
decade at least.
If it was a conscious change that they made, just like for the way that he talks, it's a very subtle and very good one.
We're going to get even more digs at Stilgar about this later on, too.
Yeah. I just a quick note. I said this is some real high pomp and circumstance for basically usurpers.
Yep.
I was like, they're really fucking full of themselves here.
Yeah.
So Jessica steps down from the transport onto the planet. Comes up, and there's a little bit of tension between her and Alia at first, and then they embrace, and my heart breaks a little bit right here, honestly, because you can see Alia like wanting her mother's love.
Yep.
And then her mom's immediately like, show me the babies.
Show me the grandchildren.
Yeah. Just completely dismisses her.
Yep.
And you see her, one of her few remaining threads snap here.
Yeah. And then Alia just obliges because she doesn't want to raise hell, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Jessica has a moment with Leto and with Ganima. And then we hear, Jessica basically is like, fucking, I see you guys are still doing all this ritual shit. And Leto's like, yeah, well, we kind of have to in order to, survive it or whatever.
They'll kill us if we don't.
Yeah. So Jessica turns to the crowd and in Fremen or Chekhovs or whatever you want to call it for this series, she says, may the peace of Muad'Dib reside in the hearts of all men and tame the passion of all our enemies. And as she goes to turn and, walk away after the crowd cheers a little bit, actually, I think they just all give a Bilal Kaifa.
Yeah.
As she goes to turn away, we hear Mother. Reverend Mother.
I was like, good save.
Nice
there, Paul.
save there, bud.
Yeah, nice save, Paul. How do they not know it's him? How do they not? That hood is not covering him up enough.
It's just like having a Groucho Marx.
Oh my God. That's the only thing that I'm like or it's not the only thing, but it's one of the biggest things like in this show. I'm like, come on, people, use your eyes for 2 seconds. Use your Tleilaxu eyes and look at him.
Paul said anyone that wants Tleilaxu eyes can get them.
I've had lasers shot in my eyes. I get it. I would have taken them up on it in a heartbeat.
But yeah, a long-haired hooded man presents himself and talks about the corruptions and the blessings of Muad'Dib's religion.
Mm-hmm. Very anti-Muad'Dib talk.
He renounces it as he renounces all of you. Muad'Dib is dead, and sand will cover this place. Sand will cover you. And then a shot rings out and misses Leto, hitting a nearby column as the guards try to corner a would-be assassin.
Yes. This one comes from the front and to the right instead of back into the left.
Well, see, the thing is like on the other side of the street, there's this grassy knoll.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of questions around that.
It's true. And the worm depository was down the street. So it could have come from there.
A lot of people say that they heard more than one shot that day, and like statistically, it would be
there were multiple
very difficult for one person at one particular angle to follow a vehicle moving that quickly and take those shots in that succession. Yeah. But what do I know about any of that?
There were multiple preachers. That's what we're saying.
Maybe it was an inside job. Who knows?
But it manages to miss everyone on the stage and just goes right into a pillar.
I really like that they put the detail of the shot hitting the pillar.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
I think they reused the same graphic later.
Oh, do they?
I think so. For the second assassination attempt.
No. Because that one, we'll get to that one later.
Yeah, or at least the shot portion of it. I'm pretty sure they reused that. Anyways. So everyone springs into action. The guards are chasing. The crowd goes everywhere. All the directions are
panic.
Scattering. Somehow, the guards managed to track down the shooter like almost immediately.
Shooter.
Yeah. Okay, so they track this guy down. They corner him, and he uses a hip bomb to, and I quote...
He has 2 hip bombs.
Oh, he uses at least one of them to, and I quote here, suicide himself.
That's what they do say, yeah.
Stilgar in the next scene says he suicided himself.
He does a little Macarena and then blows himself up.
Yes. It was so funny. As I was taking my notes last night, I was about to write he suicided himself, and then Stilgar said it on screen. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Why is he making my kind of joke?
Oh, God.
So next scene, Stilgar's talking about the attack. They discuss the preacher. They even talk about how he could be Paul, or at least there's theories that it is Paul.
Jessica believes it's Paul, and she believes that Alia has disallowed any action against the preacher because Jessica thinks that Alia thinks that it's Paul.
Right. And, not to spoil anything, but the kids know it's Paul.
Yeah.
Or at least Leto the second does.
Yeah.
We'd never really get confirmation from Ghani if she knows it is, but it's safe to assume she does.
So Ghanima is a much more reserved person, and yeah, she's an incredibly intelligent person, but just isn't so upfront with the things that she knows about other people.
Right.
And she's like that in the book too.
Yeah.
I don't know when the last time you read and or listened to Children was.
Oh, much longer than I read Messiah, which was a long time ago. So
all right. You should give it a reread.
I probably will sometime. I need to reread Messiah before the movie comes out just to get fully up to speed. Oh yeah, they show Jessica to her room. That's pretty much the next scene. She goes to the room. I guess this was Paul and Chani's room.
It was.
Yeah.
But before we get to that bit, Jessica does ask that Gurney go with Stilgar to handle the interrogations.
Right. Yep.
But yeah, they say how Paul had gone out to the desert blind and that Shai Hulud had come for him. But Paul's here, dude. Paul is the preacher. Anyways,
they forget that they're in a TV show / movie, and that if you do not see the dead body, you cannot safely assume that he's dead.
Yeah, we did see a dead body, but we know it's not Paul. So
it's true.
We've actually seen multiple dead bodies in this miniseries.
Yep, we the girl
Lichna.
Thank you. But even that one, like, come on, that almost broke the rule. We saw dead body, and then we saw her again, but it was face dancer. So, yeah.
Whoa.
Anywho.
I know it's you by your stride. Yeah, so Jessica has a moment of like quiet in the room by herself. She's kind of poking around and she discovers Chani's necklace in a box.
Has a moment of like fond remembrances, I guess. Which is interesting because I never really picked up that Chani and Jessica were all that close. At least in the movies and / TV show. They are in the books.
Certainly not in Denise.
Yeah, right. But maybe it's just a nostalgia, you know. Nostalgia is a toxic impulse.
It's a reminder of the family that she had.
Yeah.
And then the children appear before her. You know, and they have a weird conversation of how for a moment Jessica sees Paul and Chani as the children.
Yeah. I'm like, they don't really look anything like that.
No, they don't look like their parents, but nice try, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, fine, whatever. Maybe
it's more just like, hey, for a second, I feel like I'm around my family again.
Yeah.
Because she does not see that with Alia.
Nope.
Then Alia just busts in and completely ruins the whole thing.
The mood.
Yeah.
She's upset that the twins are bothering Jessica.
Yeah, but we know that the mood is for Catalan lovemaking.
It's true.
So that's still one of my favorite fucking puns. Mood. And the way that Josh Brolin just like fucking...
Yeah, it's great. Is he the best Gurney?
Yes.
Okay.
Hands down.
He's the best Gurney. Oh, hang on. Patrick Stewart.
No. Josh Brolin clears Patrick Stewart as Gurney Halleck 100%.
Patrick Stewart is basically doing Captain Picard in Dune.
He's cosplaying. It's like one of those episodes where they go back to like medieval times.
Right. I think we talked about this with one past guest, but 84 Lynch. Patrick Stewart playing Gurney was the same character as 87 Star Trek The Next Generation.
Yeah. Pretty sure that was with David.
I'm almost certain it was.
That seems like a very David conversation.
So
go check out the Lorehounds.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have a soft spot for Picard and for Stewart's Gurney. But, I think I have to agree. Josh Brolin's the best.
Stewart's Gurney started suddenly yelling for the boy.
The boy?
Wesley.
I've been kind of lightly rewatching the first season of TNG.
Yeah. What is lightly rewatching for you? Like 5 episodes at a time?
Every episode, maybe 2 or 3 a day.
Okay. That is a light rewatch, I suppose.
Yeah, just here and there. It's so funny how shitty they are to Wesley in the first season. Just like, I mean, I think it's the first episode that, I'm not going to get into this, but the first episode, Picard's like, I'm not comfortable around children. As all these kids are on the ship. Oh, it's too funny. Yeah. Anyways, all right. So we'll save that for our Star Trek rewatch podcast we're doing after Dune.
You're doing, not me.
So the kids leave, and we get some awkward mother-daughter time here.
Yes, we do.
Did you get the impression that Jessica is scared of Alia here?
Jessica's terrified of Alia because she knows what Alia is.
I don't know if she knows fully, or at least she doesn't know the extent of it at this point, because there's a clear moment later where you see the recognition in her face. I think she knows that Alia is off the rails, but not the extent of it.
I think she knows the extent of it. I think she just refuses to believe it until later.
Okay, splitting hairs.
No, but it's possibly an important distinction.
Yeah, I got the I'm scared of your power trip feeling here
Oh, definitely.
not the I'm scared of your abominationness.
Okay. Yeah.
Because that's what I felt later in the show. So from here, we cut to basically a debrief on how the terraforming's going. Some updates on the greening of Arrakis is what they call it.
Yep.
The South is basically untouched.
Yep.
Some of the nabes have broken off.
We do learn that there's defections among the Fremen now.
Yeah, which is interesting. Without the powerful unifying presence of Liet and Paul, the different Sieches have kind of splintered off, or some of them have.
Millions of Sieches.
It's not Sieches for them. Alia holds resentment for the pre-birth and for Jessica's abandonment.
Yep. And
Rightfully so.
Alia takes the gloves fucking off and she just goes in on Jessica, which, like, okay, I understand.
Justifiable in my book.
I understand it because, like, your parent just abandoning you like that, pretty shitty. That being said, like, also maybe don't be fucking insane, but also it's not really her fault because it's a condition of her birth that she had no control over. So
this is really this is kind of toeing the line of nature versus nurture, you know?
It really is.
I think both are at play here. Jessica did not nurture and she gave her a fucked up nature.
Yep. And she just said, figure it out, kid.
Yeah. And the environment that she left her in was completely devoid of any kind of fanaticism.
Yeah, and the thing is like I want to hate Alia because I know that she is the bad guy in this story.
Yeah.
One of the bad guys in this story. But this I think this is Frank like really pushing and challenging the viewer or the reader on this to just be like, can you actually really hate her if none of this is, I don't want to say none of this, if a lot of this isn't directly her fault, but just the condition of her existence.
Yeah. And I mean, from a literary standpoint, that is how you make a compelling villain.
Yeah.
You know, think of like there's like a subsect of villains that are just like evil for evil's sake.
Super one-dimensional and just kind of...
I'm thinking Percy from The Green Mile. I'm thinking Joffrey from Game of Thrones.
Okay, but
they're largely one-dimensional evil characters. Whenever you give a villain a compelling backstory and justification, it makes the viewer, the reader, the listener, whatever it is, you kind of side with them a little bit. You kind of go like, I get it.
Yeah.
You know, under the same circumstances, I might not be all that different. And that's what makes a true good villain in my book.
We have a lot more to get through.
I know. We do. I could talk about that stuff for a long time because I've been thinking a lot about just media literacy lately.
Why, Zach?
Because I think it's dying.
What makes you think that?
It's because it's dying, and I have young people in my family that I want to make sure that they are able to read books like this and understand the story that is being told.
You mean read Dune and not then have to read Messiah because most people that read Dune were just like, Paul's a good guy.
Yeah, I want them to be able to pick up on the point of the story. So I've been thinking a lot about it recently.
That's fair. I've been thinking about The Preacher a lot recently.
Well, 2 seconds.
Okay.
The last quote from from Alia here, I think, is a very telling one. She says, "I hate you. I love you. I will never forgive you."
Oh yeah.
And that is the relationship summed up in, a couple of words.
I'm sure that is a line that a lot of people can associate with.
I've said that to ex-girlfriends.
Yeah.
I don't actually think I ever have. From here, we flash to the street.
We do.
And before we get into The Preacher, I fucking love these little drawings that people are holding up of
Paul and Alia.
Paul and Alia.
Of Paulia.
Paulia. It's like it truly is like
Paulia Pocket.
papal merchandise.
Yeah. Spaceballs, the breakfast cereal. Spaceballs, the t-shirt. Spaceballs, the flamethrower.
So it's no secret that you and I are both fans of the Young Pope series.
Yep.
The papal merchandise has like a fairly small but like significant subplot through that whole show. The first season.
Yeah. And also into the second.
It's something they always talk about.
Yeah.
It doesn't really play into the overall plot of things, but it's like a common conversation that they're having.
Sure.
I just love that this is like the drawings, like the official portrait of the Pope that they're selling, or that people just like are parade around. It's so funny. And the fact that they're not particularly good.
Do you think there's someone that's doing bootleg Paulia merchandise as well?
I would have to imagine so. Just like, okay. So yes, I think so. And this also almost gives credence to that there are Fremen caricaturists.
But do you think they do caricatures in the way that you think of caricatures?
Absolutely.
With like the giant noses? And
I'm thinking giant nose. Paul's got a big ass forehead. Yeah. I'm thinking full blown, just weird proportion.
Carnival
Caricatures. Yes. I want to see those. That's probably like down 2 streets. You got to take a couple of streets off of Times Square to get to those.
Yeah, you got to go to Chinatown for those.
So, I don't know. I just wanted to highlight the the cool drawings that we've seen a couple of times.
The
at this
merch.
Point.
Yeah.
The preacher is up on the balcony.
And he starts talking mad shit.
Hey, he's doing his thing. He preaches.
Yep. Basically telling people like, hey, you're crippling yourselves by giving into tomes of ritual and ceremony.
Oh, this pissed me off so much, dude. This whole spiel from Paul pissed me off.
Let me finish this.
Sorry.
They give you only fear, and in return you give them obedience. The preacher then warns that those who accept self-deception will perish by it. The crowd begins chanting Muad'Dib. What pisses you off?
He made them this way.
Okay, yes.
It's your fault, dude. Why are you scolding these people for following a messianic figure when you are the fucking messianic figure that corrupted them? Jeez.
This is definitely I think you should leave guy in the hot dog costume with the hot dog car.
Who could have done this?
Who could have done this? We got to find the guy that did this.
It's just, oh my God. Paul continues to be a self-centered, holier than thou piece of shit.
Yeah.
He has stopped hitting yourself to the Fremen so much.
Stupid.
Oh my God. It pissed me off to a large degree hearing him talk about this. And I remained a little bit pissed every time he is mentioned for the remainder of this episode.
This is your fault, bud. This is your fault and your mom's fault. Stilgar's fault.
Yeah. God. Anyways, all right. I'll tame it a little bit. I'll temper this.
Back in the palace, we can hear the preacher's voice as Alia is looking out over the city.
Mm-hmm.
Javid, played by Rick Young, tells Alia not to torture herself. He's mad and only a mere thunderclap that appears in the night, and then he's gone.
Now, we don't know Javid's name at this point.
I don't know.
I think we get it in a scene or two. I did have to go look it up. But
Vladimir is the first person I think that actually says it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Anyways, we know the character from the book.
He's the attendant of Alia. That's basically what is. He's attending. I'll tell you that.
Anyways, Alia then asks if Javid, would kill the preacher if she ever gave the request, and he says he would, but he would advise against it. And then he starts going on talking about the plans and everything, and Alia is not paying attention at all.
Zones out.
Because we hear Vladimir talking and whispering sweet nothings into Alia's ear more clearly than before.
Did we skip over the scene where he like told the other voices to shut up?
That's later.
That's later?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when she actually makes her bargain with him.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
Alia then turns to Javid and is like, I need you to comfort me. And then she just starts fucking like making out with him.
Well, Vlad is horny for this guy like a motherfucker.
Yeah, Vladimir's gay as hell, dude. And Javid's a good looking dude here, but in the book he's in the book he's not. He's not especially good looking. He's I think defined as like a portlier.
I just want to be on record in saying that the casting for this show, everyone is a beautiful person
in their own way. I'm saying, well, I mean, yeah, no, I'm gonna stick to it. Everyone's a beautiful person. Even the Baron. Especially the Baron. Are you kidding me?
Well, who's your not beautiful person then?
Gurney Halleck.
I think
he's the most hideous man of them all.
I mean, and that's saying something because he's still a good-looking older dude.
Yeah, P.H. Moriarty is a good-looking dude, but Gurney Halleck is hideous. Oh, no, he's trash.
I'm talking actors. Like every actor in this show.
He's like the garbage below the garbage.
So, Javid and Alia, they kiss. Duncan will not be happy about this
because they fuck.
And speak of the devil, he sees them fucking in the hallway.
He's in the hallway. She's in the room, but he's peeping at him through a.
He's peeping. We got a little peeper here, dude.
And he pulls out his crisp knife like he's ready to fucking go in, but then he doesn't.
He might be a stronger person than me, honestly.
Yeah,
because there's lots of moaning going on here.
Alia doesn't fuck quiet.
No. I just had feelsbadman.jpg. Yeah, that would suck. And he puts the knife away.
Can't do that.
And just kind of goes to the other side of the hall and continues to listen, I guess. We kind of cut away pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. That's tough.
Damn. Hate to see it. We'd like to see, though, is the expansion of the gardens that we saw in the very first Dune. Jessica is back. She's admiring the flowers here for the first time in decades, almost.
Yeah.
And Irulan finds Jessica in the garden, and Irulan says that Jessica made a promise to shout out Mapes, and that promise was never to have been broken either by Paul or the rest of the Atreides family.
Shout out, dude.
Irulan is told by Jessica that her devotion to taking care of the children is a great comfort to Jessica. And that Irulan knows, because of her own amount of Bene Gesserit training, that the Bene Gesserit have an interest in the children.
Right.
Simply just because of their bloodlines and everything. But Jessica notes that it's ironic that both, in their own way, Jessica and Irulan have defected from their Bene Gesserit training.
Yeah.
To fall in love with men that have died on Arrakis.
It's very much a we're not so different, you and I, conversation.
Irulan loved Paul but could never be the wife that Paul wanted, and instead she's passed that love down in the form of taking care of his children and teaching them to be better people, I think.
This is something that this miniseries has done a lot better than the books and Denis and Lynch did, is bring a little bit of truth into that statement that Irulan said, that she loved Paul, and yada, yada. Because we don't really get much of the relationship building at all, or why Irulan would have loved Paul, like truly loved him in the books. Definitely don't get it in Villeneuve. We definitely don't get it in Lynch.
I was going to say, like, you can't hold that against Villeneuve or Lynch. Well, not Villeneuve yet.
Not Villeneuve yet. But
we'll see.
But they actually give it time. Like, I'm thinking back to the very first episode of Frank Herbert's Dune miniseries where Irulan's in her butterfly dress.
Yep.
And they actually do flirt. You know, they spend time talking. They get to know each other. They have this back and forth. So it's almost believable when she says, you know, I did love him here. But if she would have, if Florence Pugh would have said it in this movie or the next movie, I wouldn't believe it. I'd be like, why? He's only been a shithole to you.
Yeah.
And if whoever played the princess in Lynch's, I can't remember, you know, basically just
the 2
the voiceover
seconds that she's on screen.
yeah, basically just for voiceover. Definitely wouldn't have believed it there, but I actually do believe it here a little bit. So it's you know, kudos to the writers and the directors and the story, just this story.
Yeah, and then Irulan goes on to promise that no harm will go to the children as long as she can prevent it.
And again, based on the relationships that we've seen so far, I believe it. Yep. We cut to Leto. He's talking to Jessica, and he's like, "What if I don't become emperor?
What if I want to go like spend a summer in Europe?"
Yeah, he's basically talking about a gap year.
Yeah. I don't want to go to college just yet. Can I go like fuck around for a little bit?
Yeah, he's like, well, if I wanted to go to film school instead of become
no.
So this is where Leto the second brings up Leto the first.
In a really weird way, too.
And Jessica gets tense whenever he brings it up. I don't have the exact quote written down, but yeah, it affects her.
I don't have the full quote, but he says basically, like, Jessica says that Leto reminds her of Paul, and Leto suggests that he reminds her of his grandfather as well.
Right. And I'm like, no, you do not.
Well, and this is what takes Jessica aback a little bit. And then Leto says, such an admission would be complicated, wouldn't it? We may have to enter a realm of intimacies that would make us both uncomfortable. And it's like, bro, what the fuck are you saying? This is your grandma, dude. Chill the fuck out.
Yeah, Jesus.
Bro, what the fuck?
I wish we were done with the incestuous overtones, but we are not. We got plenty more to go.
Frank is a weird dude.
I love that he just like laughs off her attempt at doing the voice.
At using the voice to try and understand his struggles. Yeah.
Well, okay. We'll talk a little bit more about the voice here in 2 seconds. I think she understands now that he is way fucking stronger than she realized.
Yeah.
When he just goes, what the fuck was that?
Bitch, nice try.
From here, he basically just like schools her in Bene Gesserit, Golden Path, just all this like theory that she's supposed to be an expert in. He just takes her to school on this.
He desires a freedom that is a universe of surprises and not knowing the future.
Yeah. And then he uses the voice on her, which kind of it made me think. Neither of them use the voice in this conversation as a command.
I think it's more of just like they're trying to flex on, or she tries to flex on him.
Well, it's supposed to be for commands, right? They're using it as like statements.
Yeah.
Not as, I'm like, well, of course it's not going to work. What are you trying to get him to do?
You're not trying to get him to put his hand in the box.
Right. I don't know. It felt like an odd usage of the voice here. It really felt shoehorned into this just to give some like Bene Gesserit ability measuring contest.
I think she was trying to flex on him. He laughs it off and then immediately turns it on her.
But even his doesn't have an effect.
No, but I think it's saying, I didn't need you to teach me this, motherfucker. I have.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's literally just like hey,
I can do this too.
by the way, I am prescient and I do have ancestral memory, but I'm not crazy like my aunt is.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Fair enough.
And then Leto ends the conversation by saying that ultimately he's going to be the one to help Jessica rather than the other way around. And then we cut to the twins playing speed chess.
Speed chess? Bunch of fucking dorks. No, this is cool. There's no timer here. They're just playing pure speed chess.
It is, yeah. Just chaos.
Yes.
What's the chess where it's like you play chess and then you box each other?
It's you're gonna love this name. It's called chess boxing.
Oh,
Yes.
that's crazy.
Yes, chess boxing. A very odd sport. Yeah, sport.
I guess it's a sport.
I would say it's more of a sport than golf is.
Those might be fighting words for some people.
Well, they're golfers. I think I could take them.
Yes, chess boxing is more of a sport because you're fucking fighting each other. You're getting concussed, and then you're trying to play chess at the same time.
Yeah. We know a person who does that.
So yeah, Leto and Ganima are speed chessing it up.
And Alia comes in like a spoiled fucking toddler. And is jealous of she's jealous of their closeness, I really believe. Because she doesn't have anyone close to her.
Yeah, Alia's lonely as fuck. Like, she has her husband, but...
Spoilers, I don't think he likes her.
I don't think mentats are really super capable of having meaningful relations. Well, maybe that's not true. But they're too busy just thinking about numbers and shit to, like...
Have you ever had a partner overanalyze everything? Do you love it? Date a mentat. It's what they are bred to do.
Yeah. Or in Duncan's case, fabricated?
That's a fair point. He wasn't technically bred. Designed.
Column A, column B.
Engineered.
Yeah.
She comes in and they're not really giving her the attention that she thinks she deserves. So she just knocks all the pieces off the table.
Like a spoiled child.
Like a spoiled child. She is so fucking paranoid in this scene.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Yes. Well, but you're seeing the ramp up.
Yes.
We get Spice Trance mentioned, which is kind of cool.
We do. Yep. Because the kids are just like, you just want us to fucking do drugs and see shit for you. I'm not going to do drugs.
No.
Fucking narcs.
The DARE program was really effective on Iraq.
Nancy Reagan was just fucking firing on all cylinders.
What did DARE stand for? That for people who don't know, that's
it's a like 1980s
into the 90s. I went through it. It was like drug awareness and resistance education or something like that. DARE.
Drug abuse resistance education.
Okay, drug abuse resistance.
DARE to resist drugs and violence.
Yeah, so it was an initiative in the U.S. for teaching kids all the downsides of drugs, and basically the only thing I took from it was
drugs are cool as shit.
No, I assumed as soon as I got into college I would be bombarded by people trying to give me free weed. And let me tell you, that didn't happen.
Fuck no.
I had to buy all of it.
I paid $20 for $5 worth of weed, and it was fucking stems and seeds.
Yeah. Never. Well, no, I won't say never, but no, it was a well-intentioned program under very, very, very faulty execution.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's the 90s.
Hey.
So, anyways.
Yeah, so the DARE program's alive and well on Arrakis. Leto and Ganima aren't going to do a spice trance for Alia just because she can't see the future. And Alia has an interesting slip of the tongue here. Alia is worried about their vulnerability. Powerful forces conspire against us. Fremen forces hate the way we are changing their planet, and the Spacing Guild can't stand the monopoly the Atreides have on spice production.
Yeah.
There is no we in this. This is all you.
Yeah.
Like, you are the regent, and you're making all the big girl decisions, and you're fucking it up.
And this really clues them in to, I mean, I think what they either knew or heavily suspected before, but it really kind of comes out into the light now. You know, talking about the lives that are in consciousness hiding, and maybe that was a poor way of phrasing that. They can sense that there's other stuff going on in her head right now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they've already known it. This is just further evidence that it's confirming that. And, I mean, I think they can really tell here that she's on the verge of being taken over.
All she needs is just a little push to just send her off the cliff.
And wouldn't you know it?
That little push is there later.
In the next scene.
Before we get to the next scene, though, Alia does try and like leave some like digging parting words to the children. She says, "One day each of you will come to face with the horror of your own existence.
Oh yeah.
One day you will cry out for help. One day each of you will find yourself alone." And then she stamps off, and Ganima is just like, "What if she's right?" And Leto's only response is, "Check."
It's a lot of projection from Alia.
Sure, she's not wrong. Leto will come face to face with the horror of his own existence, and he's going to be stuck with it for 3,500 years.
Yep. So back in her room, Alia's going through it again.
She's really losing it now. She's like, fucking, we got that, you know, slow motion, like kind of blurry effect of like movement. I don't know how you do that on like an editing stage or whatever.
Like the slow-mo kind of stuff? Or
Not specifically the slow-mo, but like where you like, I guess you just stack the film on top of each other and you offset it by a couple seconds or some shit like that.
So you can either so if you're talking about like kind of the
really like jarring, stuttery motion.
Yeah.
And shit.
You take frames out basically.
Got it.
So instead of going like for what, I mean, this was aired in the US at probably 22 or 23 and a half or whatever the frame rate standard for TV is over here. You just take a couple frames, like every other frame out, and it will create that jarring motion. If you're working with film, you do it that way.
Yeah.
Digital, I mean, you just digitally affect it.
I feel like this was probably done on film. I don't know.
That's a good question. I mean, it was right at the time where a low budget stuff that wasn't supposed to, like something that couldn't or didn't need to be like high def, high quality, could have done like a shitty digital version.
Probably was easier to manipulate with CG as well.
Yeah.
As a digital.
Sure. I don't know. That's a good question.
Hey, Dune Info.
man, I wish I'd have done research.
Because I know you listen to this. You probably know. Let us know on Blue Sky.
Talking directly to the audience.
Hey, we did it with Martin before.
That's fair. So we get the voices are just screaming at her at this point. And they're all just like, "Listen to me, listen." And then one cuts through the crowd and he tells everyone else to shut up.
Shut the fuck up, leave her alone.
Yeah. Baron Vladimir Harkonnen to the rescue.
Oh.
And
he's back.
Is this the first time we've seen him? We've heard his voice. I think it's the first time we see him clearly, at least.
Yes. Because we get the weird, like, red, misty ghost apparition of him and everything.
Is, great. Ian McNeice, we missed you. Now,
we've talked about it already, but I need to again. Stellan Skarsgård, fantastic Vladimir Harkonnen. but he ain't shit compared to Ian McNeice.
I agree that in Denis' telling of the Baron, there could be no better than Stellan.
Sure, because
In that story, that is the perfect Baron.
right.
But in the general story, Ian McNeice is the best.
Yeah. Oh. I'm kind of disappointed though that we don't get any of his quippy like theater rhymey bits.
I know. Well, that's just Alia. I don't think she has it in her.
she doesn't have that fucking dog in her.
No.
But also like it's not Alia that has it in her. It is Vladimir. So like what's up with that?
Yeah, that is a shame because I do miss those. I mean, we got a little bit of substitute in the last episode from Bajaz. That was a good. That's a good.
Bajaz, my boy.
I do love. He's not without his good lines though.
Oh no, he certainly has his good lines.
He's got his great.
I miss his like
his rhymes.
His fucking bars.
He says what he's doing right now, or to Alia, is a spiritual Gom Jabbar.
I
fucking loved it.
I love that he turned her own line against her and everything too.
It's so good. So he's still there. It's still the Baron. He's still catty as fuck.
Well, so he says, so granddaughter, you finally meet a spiritual Gom Jabbar, which is literally, so grandfather, you've met the Atreides Gom Jabbar.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
It's so good.
That was such like a just, I'm going to turn it on you.
It's such a good line. Is it safe to say that all the best scenes are Ian McNeice's?
Not all the best scenes.
The
one between Alia and Bajaz.
That was a good one.
Where he's walking around the table.
Yeah. Well, and the bygones be bygones. So we've just met, so we need to be gone or whatever he said. Great.
If there is no Bajaz in part 3, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Gurney and Stilgar give their report on the interrogations.
Debriefing. We learned more about Siege Jakarutu because it was only mentioned very briefly earlier.
Super brief. Enough to where this is the first time that it's mentioned in my notes because I completely missed it the first time. But we do get a lot of backstory into that word and kind of how it fits into the larger narrative here.
Yep. Jakarutu was a old siege where Fremen tribes that lived there, the Adwali, were water stealers, and it was their first and greatest sin. So much so that all of the other Fremen across the planet gathered up and like made a coalition, basically desert stormed themselves into Jakarutu, and just fucking nice. Got you.
That's pretty good. Because he said, Leto says Desert Storm later.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay, I got it. Yeah. That's what you're doing. And there's that whole war.
Yeah. That whole conflict, but it only lasted like
6 months on paper.
Something like that. Yeah. No, they didn't kill all of the Adwali, but the Adwali that managed to escape became known as the Cast Out.
Yes.
If they exist, they would disguise themselves as something or someone else. Jessica asks Gurney Halleck to contact his old allies in the smuggling world and see what they know.
The way they bring this word up is kind of interesting. It's not just a history lesson that they're giving. It is, they were interrogating these people, and they make it very clear we're not torturing them.
We don't do torture.
Well, at least
we
not
just
in
have
this,
advanced methods of gathering information.
At least in this specific moment, they were not torturing. The people said this word.
And then they died.
Jakarutu. They said this word, Jakarutu, and then died.
Yeah.
Not because they killed them. It was just and I forget the exact phrase that Gurney uses, but it is basically like a trigger word for them to die.
It was a killing word.
It was a killing word, which is something that was not ever included, even though it has been brought up in the story in the past, at least in the books in the past. It has been brought up. But this is the first canonical on-screen mention of a killing word.
Shah!
Okay, well, one that's actually faithful to the books. Yes, I know my name is a killing word is in Lynch's, but that's bullshit. Shaw.
Oh my god.
I'm due for a rewatch.
You are.
It's been a couple of years, I think, at this point. Ever since the incident.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, so we get the whole we don't do torture. These people just killed them. They suicided themselves.
Yeah, they suicided themselves.
And then we learn more about the Adwali and the cast out.
Yeah.
Alia is laying on some pillows on the floor, explaining pre-birth to the audience.
Pretty much exactly what I said. I said in her room, Alia gives us a recap on why she's crazy.
She has no defense against the invasion in her mind. And then Vladimir appears and reminds her that she is being stalked by fear. Fear always in judgment. The preborn are possessed. The abomination.
Yeah. If it's not already apparent, his role here is to push her further and further and further down the path of paranoia and psychosis, eventually until she breaks.
Yeah, driving her completely mad.
Yes. And because the Baron in life and in death, apparently, is a master manipulator.
Yep.
By the end of this scene, she's fucking hugging him and embracing and just fully on board with all of his bullshit.
Well, because he has charisma 20. Like, he is just
I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming that's the maxed out stat.
Maxed out stats,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Vladimir tells her that he'll make sure that somehow the trial of the abomination won't happen. All he asks for in return is a little corner of her mind and the occasional use of her senses.
He wants to fuck some dudes again.
All of the trouble of the past are old business. Thanks to you, my darling, I only have a fragile existence, a mere memory cell within you. You are alive, and I am yours to command, and how little I ask in return. Mine to command? Oh, yes, yours. Yours, my precious girl. Think of what we can accomplish together. Such a fucking,
What a liar. Oh, my God.
Your power and my experience, there will be nothing standing in our way. The voices in my head will be silenced. My enemies will be destroyed. And then together they both say this line, no one will stand in the way of our powers. From this moment on, the future is ours.
Again, he's a master at this.
He's just fucking yeah, dude, I'll fucking make sure everything is good. Meanwhile, he's just nah, I just want to fucking...
He's still on the same path that he was on in life. Now it's an inside job.
Well, funny that you mentioned that's an inside job because,
is the most inside job. Okay, from here, we cut out to the desert. Stilgar and Leto are watching this moth.
Yep.
I think it's a moth. I don't think it's a butterfly because we saw some antenna that moths have and butterflies don't really.
It's some kind of flying insect that is either a moth or...
Yeah, a winged creature.
I'm sure there's someone that knows bugs way more than we do, and they can comment on it.
Now, Leto's getting a little bit of a scolding here for doing a sand crossing without guards. And Stilgar gets one or two sentences of scolding in on this before Leto completely turns it around on him.
Dude, he fucking dunks on Stilgar too.
Destroys Stilgar.
Basically, he's just Bro, you don't even
When did
ride
you become such a
sandworms.
bitch, dude?
You don't even ride sandworms anymore. You just fucking fly around in an ornithopter. You're not even fucking Fremen. And Stilgar like wants to smack the shit out of him, but he knows Leto's right.
Yeah.
He's like, God damn it, you piece of shit.
Yeah. And the latter half or like latter part of this conversation is Leto basically telling Stilgar, hey, my dad left us holding this giant, hot, steaming turd.
Yep.
We got to do some cleanup. People are pissed. And when we start to fix these things, it's not going to be pretty.
Yep.
And that basically means that they're going to have to destroy what is left of Paul, either physically or in memory. And that's the gist of it.
Yes, sir. But he does say that Alia is not to be trusted anymore. Mm-hmm. And that Stilgar needs to do everything he can to protect Alia. Or Ghanima.
Yeah.
Not Alia.
You're starting to kind of get why Leto the second's the better character in this this whole thing. Like, yeah, one, I already think he's better than Paul.
Yeah.
His legacy is terrible. Viewed from certain lights, it's maybe good, but on the whole, it's terrible.
On the whole, he is an absolute tyrant.
Yes, but in this moment, at least right now, I think he's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
So, we cut to one of the weirder scenes in the show.
When Leto comes back into the palace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we done with the Stilgar?
Yeah, that's basically the gist of that.
So, Leto, when he's coming back into the palace, Ghani's there waiting for him. And there's a couple of lines exchanged between them that I was like, what the fuck is going on? Leto says something about like how he couldn't sleep or he, couldn't get to bed or whatever. And Ghanima's like, I could have kept you company. It's another like weird incestuous vibes going on here.
There's some weird shit going on.
Now, to be fair, I don't know how twins work. I know biologically how twins work, but I don't know what a twin's relationship is like. I don't have a twin, and nor do I know any pairs of twins. So, I don't think this is normal. Like conversation between a brother and sister, regardless of whether you're twins. I just feel like it's odd.
It's weird.
Especially given the context that down the road, they do get married. Spoiler alerts.
Wow.
Spoiler alerts. It happens. It's never consummated. They do it for purely political reasons.
Leto does not give a fuck about sex.
No, he does not.
A beef swelling, however.
Well, that's completely different. No, I don't know if we'll ever actually get a chance to talk about it, so I'll say it now. But like, he does it to protect the Atreides line. He doesn't want like other people coming in.
Sure.
And then Farad'n is appointed as concubine.
Correct.
So
spoilers.
Yes. So it's basically the bloodline is Atreides, Carino,
yes,
and Harkonnen, I guess, in there.
Yeah.
And that's the three mixings that go forward.
And it stays for 3,500 years until I don't know enough about Siona's like.
She's in Siona Atreides, I believe. But
no, I know she's an Atreides, but I don't know like enough about her parentage and shit like that. God Emperor is where my knowledge just. All I know is beef swelling, many thousands of Duncans, and worm and wife.
Yeah.
My gentle Hui.
We'll get there. There. Maybe.
Well, I don't know.
Okay. So it's a very, very odd conversation. And I left a weird taste in my mouth. So we don't stay here long, though. From here, we go, we cut to some plotting, basically.
Go to the conspirator conspirators.
The conspirator. You want to take that again?
Yeah. Conspirator. We go to the conspirators.
That sounds like a shitty Star Wars villain name. Darth Conspirator. Like, that's the kind of shit Disney would come up with these days.
100%.
Sorry.
Yeah, we are in the city with the conspirators. Gurney we learn that Gurney is being sent to the desert to ask questions. And sooner or later, he's going to encounter someone that can be bought. So we need to make sure that he gets the right, quote unquote, wrong information. The preacher we learn that the preacher is also to be sent out of the city into the desert to just kind of be gone for a little bit, move him off the chessboard.
Yeah. And by the way, he's right there.
Yeah. Because out of the chaos comes civil war. Fremen and Atreides are destroying each other. The water of our enemies will feed our revenge. Our suffering will be repaid 1,000-fold. And then, in addition to the preacher being in the room, we also see Javid is one of the conspirators in this room. Dun, dun, dun.
Fucking Javid. Can't trust someone when their collar's that high.
Javid.
That's too close to B-Jazz. It's the same cadence. I don't like that. He's Javid.
We're back in the gardens.
Yes.
Ghanima is now with Jessica.
Yep. Picking flowers.
Of course. Jessica laments leaving Arrakis, but Ghanima understands why she did so a long time ago. Both of the children have now confirmed to Jessica that they are both very abundantly prescient and preborn. Jessica opens up to Ghanima about fears for those who are preborn, and Jessica basically tells Ghanima about the box test, and Ghanima's like, yeah, I know. But she lets Jessica go on anyways. We learned that it's a nerve induction box. Don't know if we actually talked about the box itself.
Yes, we did, but we pulled heavily from external sources when we first talked about the box.
Yeah.
So we covered that it's a nerve induction kind of thing. Up until this point, I don't think it's been explicitly mentioned, though.
Jessica fears about the possibility of abomination within Leto, but not within Ghanima, because she tells Ghanima that she worries about Leto's ability to survive the... I forget how they pronounce it in the show. It's the Golden Path.
Okay.
It's spelled SECHERNBIW.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. She talks about how Leto mentions the Golden Path by name. Ghanima mentions that Leto's had these visions of running out into the deep desert, journey to a faraway place where he sees and speaks to Paul about how things must change. And that he doesn't tell Ghanima how things must change, only that they must. Ghanima, in a moment here, does relay to Jessica, though, that this is very clearly not abomination or possession in the way that Alia is an abomination or is possessed.
Right.
So she kind of quells all of Jessica's fears in this moment to basically be like, look, it's fine.
Maybe
he's a freak, but he's fine.
Maybe I missed some of this conversation, and it's very likely. But I took this as why isn't Ghani a little bit more on board with the whole Golden Path thing?
Because Leto knows things. She knows that Leto knows things, and he's not telling her the whole story.
Got it. Now, that's not to say that Ghanem is not supportive of Leto. I think she's incredibly supportive, but she still has her reservations about whatever the fuck's going on in his head.
Yeah. Gurney Halleck is out in the desert.
This is a quick scene.
Yeah.
He's going further out into the desert with the plotters. That's basically what happens.
Yep.
We get the gifts from Carinos.
We do. Irulan suspects something nefarious is going on here, so she says, "Hey, investigate that shit." And that won't come back to bite her in the ass at all in the future.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I was about to. One more scene, and then I'll say what I was going to do. Back on Seleucus Secundus. Faradin is still taking notes on the worms, still writing stuff down.
Got a lot of shit to write down, dude.
We get word the robes were delivered, and I heard the catalyst is well hidden here.
Yes.
Okay. I was not sure if that was the right word, because that made me think poison.
It's the tracker for the Lazo
because they do
Tigers.
say tracker earlier.
They do, but
I just don't know. I mean, why they say catalyst here? Whatever. I'm not gonna dive into that. But yeah, it is the tracker. It is well hidden in the clothes. And then who's this guy that's given? I remember
I keep on forgetting his name.
I butchered his name last episode. I'm pretty sure. Starts with a T, I think.
I don't remember.
He's Winsisia's henchman.
He's the Bashar of the Sardaukar that remain.
Right. So he works for her. But he basically gives like reports on Alia's increasing paranoia.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's pretty much the scene. That's a status report.
Status report. Shit is going.
We gave him clothes. She's crazy.
Frauden doesn't need to know about any of this.
Exactly. Yep.
And then, spoilers. Irulan's decision to investigate the robes completely turns around and bites her in the ass because Alia's like, "What the fuck? This was a gift. Why are you like making sure that it's fine to wear?"
That's like royalty 101 stuff. You don't just accept gifts.
Yeah. No.
You always inspect
You have a
them.
dude that tastes all of the food and wine that's given to you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, this is just, again, further evidence of her paranoia. So the whole time that Alia is going through her like tirade about the clothes and everything.
Yep.
This is when I noted that Jessica is noticing the signs of abomination versus just like power trip paranoia kind of stuff.
I think this is, when the light bulb
Just fully
switch
comes on.
Yeah.
It was dimming and getting brighter, but it's full bright now.
Well, especially because Alia rips the children away from Irulan. And it's just like, bitch, what?
Yeah. And Alia makes everyone leave the room at the Baron's behest, really. He goes, "Get them out of here," or something like that. And then she just parrots the words out to everyone else.
Yep.
Leto is looking at her very suspiciously as well.
It was like, bitch.
It's like, something's going on. Javid stays.
As Leto's on his way out, he gives that look back. Alia isn't fooling anyone, and Jessica's the one to give Alia the final, stare down on the way out.
Yeah.
And then we go to a room where we get to see, a little bit of double speak going on here.
We get some secret conversations, some hand signals.
We do. Between Jessica and Irulan, this is not new to us. We saw Irulan and Guys Helen Moheim in the last episode doing their little double speak as well. Jessica's basically like, "I'm sorry about Alia. Life in court can be stressful, blah, 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 blah." Like super like outwardly.
It's a pleasant conversation.
Yeah.
It's a pleasant, caring conversation they're having.
But their hidden conversation is,
"Get the fuck out now."
yeah, pretty much. She's gone fucking crazy. Get the fuck out. Get the kids out. Leave immediately.
Yes. So I had the same complaints about this that I had the last time the hand signals came up in this miniseries.
Okay.
And they explicitly say Alia has eyes and ears in every room. Why are you doing visible hand signals then if she has eyes in every room?
I don't fucking know.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
You could say she has ears in every room, and that's why we're doing hand signals. Just leave the eyes part out. That's an easy writing fix.
I don't know. They just did it.
I know they just did it, but because I like the hand signals, I think the hand signals should be there.
Yeah, no, it is
a core thing.
It is a core Bene Gesserit canon thing. Like, keep it in.
But then don't insinuate that she can see everything or she's got spies everywhere if you're going to do something visible.
I think it's more just a matter of figure of speech. But I get it. I understand. But Irulan does not fuck around.
No,
she just immediately grabs the children and gets the fuck out of the city.
Yeah.
However, on the way out,
guess who's lurking?
We got some of our friends, some of our conspirator friends. Two of the Adwali conspirators recognize the twins in the crowd.
The fuck ass turban guys there.
The fuck ass turban guy is there, still unnamed as of yet, but we will get there shortly. On their way out, Leto sees the preacher.
He knows,
and he absolutely knows. He knows what Paul looks like. Yeah. But he must continue on with Ghanima and the rest.
Exactly.
Alia is pissed. Anyone that helped the twins escape must be arrested and brought to her. All who defy Alia must be made an example of. She knows this is Jessica's doing. She knows that, she's trying to get the children away from Alia as far as possible. And she says she wants Jessica dead.
Yes.
Which is crazy. And of all the people to argue patience, it's Vladimir Harkonnen. That's hold on, chill the fuck out.
He offers quote unquote advice here.
He does,
and then tries to perv on her, but whatever. We'll get there.
He doesn't try to perv on her just yet because what he says is rather than kill her silently, do something to humiliate her publicly to further.
It means more. It's a statement at that point.
Alia questions why she's even listening to Vladimir.
Yeah.
And he reminds her that he's the only one that she can trust. And he suggests she takes care of Jessica in public, like we just said. He then asks to mix business with pleasure and to call on Javid.
Hey, will you go screw that guy so I can feel it? She gets pissed off at him. And they go back and forth, and he eventually comes around to he compliments her on how she's smart and how cunning she is. Yeah. And everything. And this is the line that really skeeved me out here. He goes, "If only you were a few years older."
Fucking.
And she clocks it. Good on Alia for fucking calling him out on it immediately. She calls him a perverted old fool. Yeah. Fucking gross.
Yeah. Yep.
Very gross. Anyways, yes, the Baron wants her to fuck Javid while he, I guess, watches or experiences it too.
Whatever that means.
Yeah. Also, kill your mom.
So Vladimir asks for Javid, but Javid's not even in the palace. He's off in the city talking with the leader of the Adwali, who we get a name of Maurice.
Maurice. And he's the father of some other kind of important person that I forgot to write down.
Something like that.
But there's some connection between him, his son, and Paul.
Yeah. Alia's continuing to go even crazier.
This is what people are talking about. They're just talking about how Alia is becoming more and more of a nutcase.
The more of the repression, the greater the rebellion. He wants word sent to Winsisia that the work is continuing as planned.
Yeah. Civil war is what they're wanting.
So after we learn about Winsisia, being notified about the impending civil war that they're trying to stoke in Arrakeen, we cut to, I guess it's the next day. Alia is sitting at the throne.
Fucking dressed to the nines. Dude.
Dressed like a human condom.
Yes.
She's, paranoid as all hell. Her eyes are darting across the room and everything.
Get another hat. She's wearing a hat.
She is wearing a hat. Yep.
Yeah. Few hats. We got to call out the hats when we see them.
Jessica doesn't have a hat. She's got more of a weird collar thing.
This is not her Naruto headband that she was wearing earlier, was
No.
She kind of had something.
She
that looked
did
like that.
have the Naruto headband when she first appeared on Arrakis.
Okay, that's what it was.
And we did not call it that hat at that time.
No, we didn't.
Score one against us, I suppose. But yeah, Jessica is in the royal throne room with Alia, even though she's no longer part of the royal council. They are there for the ritual of supplication, which begins, and we do see a balisette.
Do you know what the supplication, like what that means?
It's just like, hey, we're going to grovel and beg to you.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Oh yeah, that's right.
Because the guy with the balisette was like,
I'm just a poor homeless traveler.
Yep.
Look at how bad things are.
Yep. Basically.
Okay.
I don't like the balisette design in this.
I didn't even recognize it as a balisette.
Yeah, it's not great.
I mean, he was specifically called out as a musician, but I did not pick up that was a balisette.
I really like, even though it's just a fucking 9-string guitar.
It's a lyre, basically.
The balisette from Denise.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, the one from Lynch is pretty good too, with that 90-degree headstock.
The 80s were wild, man. Started getting guitars and basses without headstocks and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyways.
The meeting is interrupted.
Immediately.
Yes.
By Gadian al-Fali,
Okay.
the nabe of Sich Gara Kulan, which is where Othium and his brothers came from to join Muad'Dib's crusade.
Love the callback.
Through
Continuity.
lines all the way down.
Yeah.
Al-Fali basically laments to Alia and to Jessica that the terraforming of Arrakis is causing the worms to further disappear. And by furthering the disappearance of Shai-Hulud, he worries that the Fremen will not have any way to basically have a financial system in place on the planet to buy food
Right.
that they need to live.
So from Alia's perspective, and she gets into this here in a second, but yes, what she's doing is creating scarcity.
Yes, she is forcing an even tighter monopoly on spice production.
Right. But they're worried she's crossing that line from scarcity to
Famine.
and drought. Yeah. So, very fine line.
Yes. Jessica.
The name, he says a very specific phrase.
Yep,
He calls it a matter of the desert.
it is.
Yeah.
And this inspires Jessica to.
It's a very big deal.
Yeah, it almost reminds Jessica, like, hey, like, don't forget why, first of all, you're still alive, but secondly, everything that you've done before. And she steps down from the throne and steps among the Fremen and basically says, like, look, ever since the Fremen have, given life to her and her son, she has been Fremen. She is Fremen and will remain Fremen.
Yeah.
So she draws a very clear line in the sand, no pun intended, to Alia to say, fucking, here's where it is, bitch.
And at the same time, undermining the fuck out of Alia.
Yeah.
I'm like...
Just publicly, like, defying her rule.
Yes. Oh, man. This made me a little bit mad because I've had that happen before to me. Specifically at the place that you and I both worked.
You can just say at your job, but yes.
This happened to me, not often, but with a regular enough occurrence where it still made me like have a little bit of PTSD. I would be doing something, and then a manager would come in and just completely undermine everything that I was been working on, and like the lines that I've been holding and everything, and just made my authority, whatever authority I had, just mean nothing.
Sure.
And that feeling is real shitty.
Yeah.
So I understand why Alia gets so pissed off right here. Because objectively, that is a shitty thing for Jessica to do in this moment.
Sure.
She's not helping her case at all. Now, whether she knows there is the stirrings of a civil war or not.
Her case being that she is
her relationship to her daughter. Is what I'm talking about.
Because there's the whole debate that Alia has where it's like, oh, she's just here as a Bene Gesserit versus Ghanima saying she's maybe just here as our grandmother kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I'm talking specifically about her relationship with her daughter.
Okay.
It seems like actively and willingly eroding it right now.
Yeah. Well, she's basically calling her kid out and saying like, hey, you're a fucking monster.
Which is a fine thing to do,
Yeah.
not in a public setting.
Well, Alia was going to fucking dunk on Jessica in a public setting, so.
Yeah, sure. But she's a petulant child, so.
Sure. But yeah, she gets Alia to say the quiet part out loud, and that her goal was to have an even tighter corner on the scarcest commodity in the universe.
You will have a corner in hell.
Yep.
Oh my God. A very good line.
Yes.
Very funny. It reminded me of that line in Star Wars, and I can't remember what led up to it, but I think it's in the one of the cantina scenes where that whatever side character goes, "You'll be dead." I'm sorry, John. How could you not remember Cornelius Evazan?
Shit, dude, you got me.
He's the pig nose guy from the cantina in Mos Eisley. He doesn't like you. I'm sorry. I don't like you either. That guy. Remember that guy?
Oh, yeah, I know that guy, but
We're wanted men. I have the death sentence on 12 systems. And then he goes, or Obi-Wan or Luke, I think, goes, I'll be sorry. And he grabs him and goes, "You'll be dead."
Zach, I know Star Wars. I enjoy some Star Wars.
You enjoyed Star Wars.
Yeah. I don't.
I just remember lines like that.
It's not committed. Anyways.
You'll have a corner in hell. Great line. Great comeback. Right after, you'll have a corner in hell.
A shot rings out, and Jessica does the weirding way.
Oh my God. She quick dodges.
Fucking. This is so inspired by The Matrix.
I love it so much. Oh man. But this is what I was talking about. Like, they use the same bullet footage, just like imposed on this scene versus the last scene.
Sure.
Or at least the bullet coming from the corner of the screen into something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And crowd scatters again. Alia does not look very surprised at all here. Jessica notices this and she's like, this little fucking bitch trying to kill me. And we cut from that to, this is where Leto's having his other
patented Leto vision.
Yes. Fast Run, Cave, Golden Path. He's got all the big hits.
We get some important lines.
Oh yeah, I know.
When religion and politics ride in the same cart, the whirlwind follows.
Yes.
The Golden Path, it's up to you now. The desert storm that can't be stopped. The whirlwind. The Golden Path is dangerous. A path I couldn't take. And Ghanima keeps interrupting his fucking vision. She's like, hey.
Well, good for her.
Smacks at his hand when he's going to reach down into nothing, but in his brain he's reaching down into the sand trout.
Yes. Okay. I wanted to bring this up. So we get the first depiction of sand trout here. So it is a patch of sand. We get little bitty things looking, kind of scrolling underneath it.
Scrolling?
Moving underneath the sand.
They're just fucking on their phones, just flipping through TikTok or whatever.
And then so Leto puts his hand into the sand in his dream, and I think he either starts to or does do it in real life.
He is reaching out into nothing.
Okay.
There's a boulder underneath him. But
Got it. But yeah, the Ghanima snaps him out.
Gunna's the fuck?
Why aren't you telling me these things? And that's where she really gets into this.
Yeah, and he just says, look, I don't even understand them myself. Yeah. So I don't want to burden you with things that I can't give you answers for.
Right.
Which is kind of, I guess, a justifiable reason, but also like
it's a betrayal of their relationship, because we've been led to believe that they have like a incredibly close, twin relationship.
Well, that's what I was going to say is like you have the only sane person in the world that can understand you. So you should feel comfortable enough to talk to your twin sister about this. I don't know. It's an interesting decision.
It's a foreshadowing decision because it's going to get worse and worse.
Mm-hmm. We'll get there. Next episode, though. We've got about 5 minutes of runtime left, if that. So
they discuss the path forward, and they recite. Well, sorry. When we're back in reality, they talk about how they must go to Jacurutu.
Things are moving way too fast.
Yes.
And it's their responsibility to destroy Muad'Dib, the god.
Yes. So,
and the Golden Path is the only escape.
Yep. Which means going to this very taboo place in Fremen culture and destroying Paul, either physically or the idea.
Yep. In the siege, we see Leto and Ghanima just kind of helping among the rest of the Fremen. Mm-hmm. And we finally get a mention of our shitty turban friend.
Okay.
Palin Basha. He saw... Leto says that he saw him in Arakeen amongst the tigers and knows that he surely has a part to play still. Mm-hmm. The twins begin their escape from Siege Tabr. It's ironic that they're using, and Leto mentions that it's ironic that they're using gifts from their enemies as a means for escape. Yes. They have their maker hooks in hand and head out in the desert towards Jacurutu.
And what they mean by that is they put on the clothes that Winsisia sent them.
Yeah. The cloaks, which surely will not be tracked in any way, shape, or form.
Nope. Tracker was a red herring, turns out.
Jessica's in hiding with Al-Fali before she can escape. Mm-hmm. Unless something is done, civil war is inevitable. Yep. And a message must be sent to Stilgar. And he must call a council of Naibs in order to conduct a trial of possession against Alia. Jessica's asked if she knows what she's truly asking for, and she says yes. She is very aware of what will happen to Alia. Yeah. But I think Jessica doesn't see any other way out from this point on.
No, and this is not unexpected kind of like bureaucracy that's happening right now.
Yep.
This is exactly what Wincentia was hoping for. Just a civil war. Whether it's an actual war or just a schism between the family. I think she was probably wanting more actual war.
She wanted actual war, yeah.
But anyways, this is the first step to it.
Sure.
And Alia does not miss a beat.
No, in the castle, she's already got arrest warrants out for Al-Fali, and that word must be sent to every siege.
Yep.
After the Quizrat leave, it's just Alia and Duncan in the room.
Why don't you ask your new boyfriend to help?
Dude, Duncan
dunks on
Duncan
her.
Fucks, but not actually. So he's just like, it's the two of them in the room. He's just kind of looking, and she basically says, "Are you looking at me or are you staring at me and collecting data?" And he's just like, "I'm staring at you and collecting data." Yeah. And she begs Duncan for help with finding Jessica and to bring her to Alia.
She begs for forgiveness and asks him to kill her mother in the same sentence.
Yep.
I'm like, that's an insane thing to do.
Surely he must be aware of, quote, the danger I'm in, we're in.
Yep.
Once again, she's, fucking up on her requests here. Duncan says Alia's lover would be a better comfort to her and that Alia begs for forgiveness. Duncan's not fucking having it at all.
No.
And even through all of Alia's begging and their embrace, he says that no harm must come to House Atreides no matter the cost.
Yep.
So he is, this just a reminder, he is fully Duncan Idaho'd the fuck out.
Yep. Which, that sentence gives her comfort. Because in her mind, she is House Atreides.
Yep.
But
Duncan is talking about Jessica.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's talking about the capital A Atreides.
Vladimir appears and begins mocking Alia.
Oh, he's taunting the hell out of her.
She tells him to shut up, and then he just continues to mock her by laughing.
Jesus.
Stilgar is informed that the children have escaped in the clothes that they brought from Arakeen.
We don't get a name for this person talking to him, do we? It's just a random Fremen.
Just a random Fremen.
Okay.
They won't be found unless they want to be found.
Yep. Ornithopter flies into flies down a hole, which is pretty cool. Good piloting there. Into an abandoned siege. Are we to believe this is the Jacurutu that we're looking for, or just
No, this is just a desert cave.
just a cave? Because I saw some like statues and stuff around. I didn't know if this was the actual abandoned siege, but whatever. Duncan is there. And
Getting ready to dunk on some hoes.
he brings he's there to gather Jessica and to bring her back to Siege Tabur.
Yep.
And Jessica's like, okay, cool. I think y'all need to get the fuck out of here because
She's there with Al-Fali and the rest of his men.
She's smart enough to know, hey, they're probably going to be looking. So why don't you take a hike?
Yep.
Get out of here.
And Duncan says that they will be, granted protection in Siege Tabur by Stilgar as well.
Yeah.
So like Duncan is very aware of Al-Fali and his men heading over there.
Yep.
He promises Jessica that he's going to take her to Siege Tabur. Spoilers, nope. But it's not out of malice. It is because he knows of a place where not even Alia can think of to find them.
So, in the Ornithopter, Jessica and Duncan, they're just having a good, kind of heart to heart, really. I mean, they're talking about their mistakes. They're talking about their shortcomings.
Talking about fucking Alia.
Yeah, well, yeah, and how she will not survive the trial of the abomination.
And they both know that.
And I think both of them are done at this point.
Yeah.
Whatever was holding Jessica on to Alia was done at the assassination attempt. And Duncan
was done when he found her fucking.
Yeah. And he made his peace and solidified that decision in the prior conversation. So
Yep.
Duncan does not, like you're saying, Duncan does not fly them to Tabur. Does he take them to Jacurutu? Oh,
we are left on a cliffhanger on where they go.
okay. I was making assumptions, but no. Okay.
Leto and Ghanima are the only ones headed to Jacurutu.
Okay. Speaking of, from the air, we do kind of this neat little camera trick where we see the ornithopter flying away in the distance, and we cut down to the desert, and we see Leto and Ghanima
hiding behind some rocks.
Yeah, watching them fly away. They continue to cross the desert.
Yep.
Interesting to note, no worms equals no sandwalk here, so don't need to do that.
I don't think we've seen a sandwalk.
Yeah. I can't remember one in the series.
I don't think we have in the miniseries.
Miniseries is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So they're walking. Oh, tigers.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Chekhov's tiger has come back.
Chekhov's tiger.
So yes, the tigers are now following them because they have the tracker in the clothes.
Yep.
They hide in a cave. Surprise attack. I love that Leto's using his maker hooks as weapons here.
Yep. He also does have his Chris knife.
True. But those maker hooks, they got some reach on them, so you can keep those things at bay. And if they're made to withstand, riding a worm, you have to imagine those things are pretty fucking strong.
Probably.
Yeah. So good weapon to have.
They're actually made out of paper mache.
Well, worms are little bitches then.
Yes, they use the maker hooks to help them escape a little bit, climb up into the cliffs. Mm-hmm. Leto and Ghanima find a cave, but it's only got space for one. So Leto shoves Ghani in, and she
hits her head hard when she falls in.
And we get a yelling charge from Leto as we see the head of a tiger.
I'm sorry. We need to do that a little bit more justice. We get a
fair enough.
And what this is so silly. It goes And then the saga from Dune is
the tiger's head makes its way into the cave.
True. Okay.
And then we get the saga of Dune is far from over.
So kind of an abrupt ending.
It really is the most just like sudden stop.
Yes. So it makes me think that they filmed this episode and the next episode back to back. Like there was no stop in production for it. And they just had to pick a section to stop this episode. Mm-hmm. And now that we know that these were aired a day apart from each other, that makes a little bit more sense.
Yep.
I guess you don't need to have a cliffhanger what's going to come up next
when it's on TV in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Or 23 hours and 22 and a half hours or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's where we're left off with for today.
That's the end. Unlike the original airing of this show, our listeners will have a month cliffhanger.
Dun dun dun.
Into the next one. Oh man.
Zach, where are you sitting with this one?
I'm sitting on your couch, buddy.
Fuck off. Number of shy haloods.
7.5.
7.5?
Yeah, 7, maybe even 8 if you catch me on a good day. This is a good one. I like this episode a lot.
All right.
It had good acting. We get the Baron back.
We have Vladimir.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Sassy as all hell.
And he still gets to float, which is awesome.
We all float down here.
Everyone's beautiful in this episode. Even Gurney.
Take that up with Frank, not me.
Yeah, it was a good balance of like action and exposition, I felt like. Of course, Jimmy Mack and Jay Brooks.
Jimmy Mack and Jay Brooks.
Killed it. Absolutely killed it as Leto and Ghanima.
Yep.
Just so good. It is the depiction that I want to see out of them. We're not going to get into the speculation of whether or what we're going to get in the next movie, for the next Denis movie, but it won't be this far into the story.
Fuck no. I think it's going to be like the visions that Paul has where he sees the children.
Right. But if we were to ever see another like big name adaptation, I want it to be this kind of depiction of those two kids. It was good. They played the parts extremely well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I worry that they won't recast the kids though. Like Ganima's character, I'm fine with, or her actress, I'm fine with. I don't know how I feel about Jason Momoa's kid because this is literally his first.
Oh no! Okay, well I just said we weren't going to get into the speculation, but we're not going to get a lot of interaction between them. We're going to get maybe a couple of flash forward scenes.
Yeah.
And that's it. But if they were ever to go into a movie adaptation of Children of Dune, they would have to recast them unless it actually takes place 15 years from now or whatever.
I can see them maybe doing Children in 2 parts. I don't see them doing Children in 1.
I don't think they're going to make a movie on children at all. No one's going to want to pick up the mantle from Denis because he said he's done after this. He's done. So whoever, if it ever does, it's going to be a TV series where they're going to do an 8-episode first part of Children. Then 4 years later, we're going to get another episode, the second part. Like all fucking TV shows these days, and I hate it.
Yep.
Bring back 24 episode seasons. I don't care if 10 of them are shitty.
The Pit's doing pretty good with 15 episode seasons.
Good. Well, that's awesome.
But that's like a one-off.
Yeah, that is the exception these days.
Unless it's a short miniseries, like.
Of course, yeah. But if you're planning on doing multiple seasons, then give us a full fucking season of TV.
Sure. Anyways, I'm right with you.
This is my soapbox. I'm sorry.
I'm right with you. 7.5 for sure.
It's good. It was a good episode.
This is way better than the Messiah one.
Sure.
And we talked about our grievances with their Messiah representation.
Just like Messiah, we said, but Messiah was too much dialogue to get through to make it interesting of a TV show. Mm-hmm. This has a good balance of action and exposition.
Sure. A lot of the first half of Children is people talking, though. So we'll see. I'm excited to wrap this up next month. I don't want to promise any guests or anything for that, but
let's just say we're working on it.
We'll see what we can do.
Well, we're gonna try, and if everything goes well, we're gonna have a wonderful guest with us. If not, you get to listen to us to just jaw on about Dune for another episode.
Yap about Dune, and then we'll disappear for 6 months or so, and
we'll see.
Yeah, who knows? Anyways,
I think we should do.
We should Dune.
Well, I think we should do the same kind of outro that this episode had, where it's just a sentence and we're done.
Well, no, we got to plug the socials.
Right,
because in the meantime, you can find the Dune Minute on Blue Sky at duneminute.com, and you can email duneminute@gmail.com if you'd like to get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you if you have any opinions or questions or
corrections
like that.
Even. I'm happy to take corrections.
We are not experts, by the way.
And if you are listening, 2:45, 3 hours into this, it's
going to be edited down a decent amount, but whatever.
Well, we are just crossing the 3-hour mark record time.
Okay. So. Well, let's wrap it up.
Let's do it. All right. See you then.
See ya.